Association. Telephone numbers 426-6001, locals 4890 or 4892.
Kaibigan, alam mo na ba kung anong dapat gawin upang iwasan at sugpuin ang COVID-19? Iwasang hawakan ang bibig, mata at ilong. Laging maghugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig sa loob ng 20 segundo. Linisin ang mga bagay na palaging hinahawakan. Kumain ng balanse at masusustansyang pagkain. Matulog ng sapat, huwag magpupuyat. Stay home. Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at radyo-katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Jescom Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
And there was another drive-by shooting. The fire we reported at the fire hall is still burning out.
Do you sometimes feel confused or lost in the complications and complexities of life? Do you feel drained, listless, or exhausted from the daily burdens and responsibilities? Why not seek our campus ministers on air every Tuesday from 2 to 3 in the afternoon? Listen to our counselors from the Loyola School's Campus Ministry Office as they ground our lives in our faith, in our school's spiritual tradition. Campus Ministers on Air. Be guided, be inspired, be blessed. Listen to our Campus Ministers on Air.
Hello mga katipuneros. This is Father Ro Atilano SJ. Listen to our serving of stories that will inspire you and keep you going. Kaya tara na at lasapin ang masarap na timpla ng buhay. Welcome po kayo sa The Parable Cafe every Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m. only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9.
Bahala sa iyo, kaibigan ko.
Getting reliable health information about the COVID-19 outbreak can be a lifesaver. If you are not certain about what you see on social media about the coronavirus, do not share it or like it. Do some fact-checking by cross-checking sources or by visiting the World Health Organization's website. If it's proven to be false, don't hesitate to let people know by commenting and adding the source. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at Radyo Katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates.
Jesuit Music Ministry, your daily dose of inspiration. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Radyo-Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Let us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B, here on Mind Ed.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Radyo-Katipunan 87.9 FM. This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Chola Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo-Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Nasistress ka na ba? Nagpapanik o natatakot dahil sa COVID-19? Normal lang ang ganitong mga reaksyon sa ngayon. Pero may magagawa ka para mapagtagumpayan ang sitwasyon na ito. Ituloy lang ang pangangamusta sa mga kamag-anak at kaibigan gamit ang text, tawag o video. Tiyakin na ang mga bata ay ligtas at nasa maayos na kalagayan. Gawin sa bahay ang mga nakasanayan upang hindi mabagot o mabalisa sa panahong ito. Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Radyo-Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo-Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng pera. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white, one big fight.
Hello, everyone. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy, Ralphie Superfly, Shy, and your simp who loves to cry all the way from 2 BS Contact. And welcome back to another week of meaningful conversations with our beloved organizations here, right at Kwentuhang MVP. We are coming to you loud and live from our homes via Facebook pages of radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM, Ateneo de Manila University, and of course, the Council of Organizations of the Ateneo, Manila. You guys can also stream us via Radyo Katipunan's YouTube channel, Radyo Katipunan FM. Also, guys, did you know we are coming in live via the audio streams of any Shoutcast online radio station all around the world. So guys, just search for Radyo Katipunan. We are also transmitting via the 87.9 frequency, so tune in if you are within the 2-kilometer radius of the Ateneo de Manila campus. All right. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. But guys, did you know last week we took a break from everything academic, and we hope you guys had an amazing academic break. And I really hope that you guys are feeling refreshed and ready to take on the last and final leg of the semester. Kasi guys, unting kayod na lang. And guys, on the last episode of Kwentuhang MVP, we spoke to some members of the company of Ateneo dancers and talked to them about the newbie week and how it was like helping their new members settle into their new org. And this week, guys, we got another org to feature and new exciting things to talk about. But before we get right into it, here's a short video of a glimpse of what we're about to tackle this afternoon.
Theater of the Streets, Not of the Stage. Ito ang unang pagkakakilanlan sa Ateneo Entablado noong 1983. Kainit-initang krisis noong rehimeng Marcos nang lumaglab ang kagustuhan ng ilang mga Atenista na ipagtanggol ang tao at ang bayan gamit ang sining. Dito, nabuo ang unang sosyo-politikal na pangkat panteatro sa Ateneo de Manila University na naghihimok na magnilay, maging kritikal at kumilos sa mga manonood. Hanggang ngayon, patuloy lamang ang organisasyon sa pagsulong ng katarungan at kalayaan. Natatagpuan ito sa mga proyekto at dulang isinasagawa ng entablado na tila umaalpas mula sa kinasanayan. Para sa karanasang natatangi, pagtugon sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon at pagtatanghal ng mensahe gamit ang teatro ng tao para sa bayan, ito ang Ateneo Entablado, entertainment para sa tao, bayan, lansangan at Diyos.
All right, so for this week, please welcome Ateneo Entablado's very own Carlo Oleta, Valerie De La Rosa, and Gio Kamama as we hear more about their org and ongoing production Tuko.exe. We certainly can't wait to hear from them. So without further ado, guys, please say hello to our guests and please introduce yourselves. Sorry.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, so I'm Carlo Oleta and I am from 4AB Political Science and I am the production manager of Tuko.exe.
Hi everyone, I'm Gio Kamama. I'm from 2BS Psychology. Iba na yung intro ko ngayon, siyempre. But I played Kiko Mercado in the play Tuko.exe.
Hello, I'm Valerie De La Rosa from 3BFA Theater Arts, and I am the head stage manager of Tuko.
So hi guys, thank you so much for being on board with us and for being here with us here in Kwentuhang MVP. But guys, let's have a round of kamustahan. Kamusta kayo guys? How was your academic break and how did you guys spend your time off?
The academic break, joke. Yes.
Actually, I really took the time to take rest talaga. Alam mo naman seniors, 'di ba, may thesis. So, di ko rin napigilan bukas ng docs, ganyan, at mag-work, ganyan. Kasi parang sabi ko, ito na yung time mo mag-ambag sa thesis para mas magaan na later on. So, nag-work ako on the side a bit, pero mostly I tried really to rest para sulit, di ba? So, yun.
Ako naman on my end, siguro academic break, meron ba nun? But definitely, I spent it with my family and cooking. Yun, nag-cook ako, nag-bake ako. Lahat ng pwede kong gawin sa pagkain, ginawa ko na, kinain ko na rin siya syempre, di ba? Dapat tayo doon. Yun lang naman.
Ako naman, same with Carlo and Gio, na I did a bit of work, pero mostly nagpahinga. And meron ng stress na parang, why are you resting? Kasi ang dami mong backlogs, you shouldn't rest. But at the same time, parang, it's alright to rest rin. And I got to spend time with my family, and I'm very grateful for that.
Ayun. I'm really, guys, you got time for yourselves, cook, spend time with your family, of course. Talagang, even me, I tried to spend time with my fam as much as possible. So guys, it's really nice that you guys took the break really well. But, ayun nga guys, we have around 4 weeks left in the semester. How are you guys doing naman, no? Like, are you guys excited for the holidays or dreading the deadlines?
Ayun na both talaga. Like, ini-imagine ko na lang talaga, like, oh my gosh, really? It's going to be Christmas break na? And at the same time, parang ang layo. Kasi, in our case kasi, our thesis, all the parts of the thesis are in one semester. So it's really, really intense talaga. So we're really, really, every day talaga, we're trying to make progress and to make sure that we finish it talaga. So dreading the deadlines, but, hopeful pa rin na kakayanin for the next month.
Ako naman, on my end, hindi ko alam. 4 weeks na pala. Honestly, ACADS, basta gawin mo siya, pumasa ka. Tandaan natin po mga kapatid at kababayan, please get degrees. Thank you.
Ako naman, 4 weeks na lang ba? Parang ang dami pang kailangan gawin and I can't imagine kung paano ko ma-achieve lahat on time. Kaya ayun, pero I'm grateful na meron ako ng support system sa orgs at sa mga batchmates ko. Ayun.
Ayun guys, don't worry, like you guys got this, kayo pa, like of course, Magis. Chart. Anyway, so let's move on to our next part of the program. So guys, can you guys tell our viewers more about Ateneo and Entablado? So what do you guys do, no? Like, what's the mission and vision of your org? Anyone can start the answer.
Okay, so I can start. First of all, Ateneo Entablado is actually an acronym. So Entablado stands for Entertainment para sa Tao, Bayan, Lansangan at Diyos. So sa mga classes na nanonood ng Tuko, make sure to remember that kasi we were in my freshman year, I was required to watch the Tungkulan, which was the Entablado play when I was freshman, and then in Marfili class we were required. And then my prof was part of Entablado. And then he knew I was part of Entablado. And then part of the quiz, after the show, asked, ano ibig sabihin ng Entablado? And then he said, okay Carlo, since member ka, ano ibig sabihin ng Entablado? Sabi ko, tapos sinagot ko yung season team, sabi ko, manalig sa meeting bayan. Gabi. So yun yung meaning ng Entablado. And then, so yung mission vision, basically, we're a social-political theater org. So that means being aware of everything that's happening around us and trying to be an active member of the bigger community and responding to it, giving our input, and really trying to engage people to care about these important issues that we want to make them realize that these things affect all of us and we should be part of it. So.
All right. Does anyone wish to add on to that? Um, okay, so thank you guys. Thank you so much, Carlo, for sharing what ENTA is about. Sobrang kita talaga sa projects niyo so far. And speaking of projects, we heard that ENTABLADO has a special season themed this year. So can you guys enlighten us more about it?
Ayan, sabi ni Val, ako na rin daw sumagot. The season theme right now is Sulong Pusong. So I'm sure the first question you asked is, ano yung pusong? So pusong actually means jester. So it means jester in English. And then, so for a bit of context, jesters in the past usually parang make jokes that actually mock those in authority. During those times, monarchy pa, ganyan. And then they would be invited inside the palace, ganyan, to make jokes that actually tinatamaan nila yung king and those who are in power. Pero for them, it's okay. It's okay kasi parang jester naman siya, ganyan. Pero parang through his entertainment, napapa-unservice niya yung mga important issues na to. And basically, yun yung image namin this year. Parang mga pusong din kami. And sulong, kasi we want to give it a sense of being proactive, really, really moving forward, trying to tackle these important issues, specifically in light of the elections, which is really, really close already, and the 40th season of the organization, which is going to happen next year. So those are really one of the main things we're anticipating for this season.
Ayun, it's super cool, no? How you guys use that jester metaphor to really try to push through your mission and vision as an org. Talagang it's really necessary during these times. So yeah, just to ask everyone here, no, why did you guys choose to join ENTABLADO? We love a good why or how. So I chose this org's story here in Kwentuhang MVP. So ayun nga guys, why did you guys choose to join ENTA?
Sige, lahat required na nga. Sige, I'll start. I joined ENTABLADO because I wanted to join a theater org. I remember going into MVP Roof Tech because that's where the recruitment of organizations happen. And I said, I wanted to join a theater org. And then the first guy that went to me is someone from Durep. And then he said, oh, we're a musical theater org. Pero sabi ko, gusto ko mag-act, pero hindi ako marunong mag-sing. So I tried to look at the other orgs naman. And then sabi ko, political science ako, di ba? And medyo, especially during my freshman year, I was really into social political awareness and then really being part of efforts, ganyan. So sabi ko, shucks, may ganito palang org, social political, tapos theater pa, makaka-act ako, tapos parang andun yung parang woke vibes ko as a person. So sumali ako ng ENTA and yun yung basically yung reason ko. And syempre, as I remained active, my reasons changed. Pero yun yung reason ko for joining.
Ako siguro on my end, I've been acting since I was grade 7. Tapos nung grade 9, ayan. Technically, I joined ENTA because a lot of my acting mentors, mga teachers ko at that time who were teaching me how to act, directing, teaching me how to do props and everything, were part of ENTA and also even TA. So, it's a really parang legacy, kumbaga. Napakalaking responsibility. But in reality, sumali ako because I was interested in acting in theater in the LS. Kasi that very much, very different yung sa high school to the college. So, I was interested in it. And ngayon, tinan mo, akala ko on-site yung magiging productions ko. Pero, napunta ako sa online production at recording na din. So, yan, it's a really a kind of experience that you really wanted to, feel and experience at this time. Ayun na naman.
Ako naman, why I chose to join ENTA. I mean, theater major ako, kaya parang during that time, I didn't even know what the difference was between ENTA and the other theater orgs, except na yung Blue Rap musical, ganun. We didn't know what the difference was between ENTA and the other theater orgs. Where I joined ENTA because I just wanted to learn more about theater. Pero I think that what matters most is why I chose to stay in ENTA. And I think that's because of the people and the advocacies.
Ayun. Thank you guys so much for like sharing as to why you guys joined ENTA. Baka ako rin, sumali ako ng ENTA next year because I really heard like sobrang interesting ng anecdotes you guys. Because like of course, I really want to like act, and like aside from act, I want to like take part in social political movements even though it's really hard. So like sobrang laki pa rin ng impact you guys. So thank you guys so much for sharing. So anyway, speaking of org life, no, like speaking of joining orgs, kamusta naman kayo guys, no, in this online setting? How has org life been for the online setting? Like, have you guys had to drastically change any events? Or have you guys been able to like push through with the things more or less as planned?
Shock, sobrang different. Sobrang different talaga sa online setting. Kasi, I remember, in our very first online production, Beer at Us, one of the first discussion was, okay, so paano na yung structure natin? So, pinag-usapan yung structure mismo, like of the production, like what roles should we keep, what roles should we remove. So, syempre yung mga ibang roles na usually for the online for the on-site setting of ENTA, like front of house, ganyan. For us in our organization, we removed those roles first, and then we brought in new roles such as lighting consultant, coordinator, technical coordinator, all those stuff, like really new roles, and with new the titles are very similar to on-site roles, but the pinaka responsibilities are really different. And especially for our projects, for example, like we have these big 4 projects. So this is like Tambay Week, Recruitment Week, Screening Week, and those activities now part of our tradition in welcoming the newbies. So usually these things like take days in the on-site setting, but right now parang we saw na parang iba yung dynamics, parang iba yung gusto ng mga people ma-experience sa online rather than sa on-site. Like in on-site, we're like okay for staying inside the org room or inside the activity room for like many hours, pero it's really different. It's not the same like in front of a computer like that. So we had to really consider those things in order to make our activities still engaging and to still achieve yung mga goals ng projects na yun.
Okay, does anyone have to like add? Go ahead.
Siguro I can add for a little lang. Definitely, the shift to online setting, aside from sports orgs, mga varsity people, the theater scene was the one that was really affected as in the org community. Kasi definitely, you can plan an event using only your chat. Pwede ka magplano ng mga invites, ganun, ito gawin mo, chat mo lang sila. But for productions, hindi naman ganun kabilis yun eh. Hindi ka pwede magpalabas ng dula or a production using a chat. So you definitely have to communicate. And especially during this online setting where we weren't really prepared for having the online setting for this long, it's definitely hard to adjust. Even put out a prod is a lot harder because it changes the shifts on how we prepare for productions. Yung kakasabi nga ni Carlo na yung may nagtanggal, may nagdagdag, may kailangan talagang sobrang laki ng adjustments compared to the other orgs who definitely also had a hard time. Mas siguro compared to theaters, medyo nawala yung tanghalan eh. We had to find that. Ayun. Thank you.
Okay, so sobrang relate guys, because like seeing talaga theater orgs, how they adapted, they really tried to like find their liminal space talaga. Wow, team ng Blue Rep, charot. Like you really had to like find your place in the online setting. Talagang kitang-kita yung hirap, sa pag-adjust. And I'm really proud of all the theater organizations as to how they pulled through this online setting. Like how you guys innovated new ways, created new roles. Talagang iba talaga tayo here in Ateneo. No? Like talagang sobrang powerful ng theater orgs and orgs in general. And trying to make the most out of what we have right now. And talagang nakakasad yung stage. Talagang ibang feel. But you guys still brought it, no? And you still brought it, yung vision and mission nyo on an online stage naman. But speaking of like your vision and mission, guys, no, as the sole socio-political theater organization, how do you guys incorporate relevant themes or issues in your events? So like, please share naman, guys.
Yeah, actually, that's a great question. First of all, is yung term na relevant. So how do we determine like what's relevant, what issues are relevant in the first place? It's important to note that, you know, it's for an organization, for example, it's really important to take on different perspectives about issues if we are to make our stand, you know, for example. So one of the things we do, especially, we did this a lot of times last year, for example, is Pulse.org. So yun yung activity na ginagawa namin. So basically, yung socio-political committee, the committee takes asked members regarding their perspectives of this very hot issue that's happening, and then you'd be surprised. You'd think, oh, hindi ko sa Ateneo, like pare-pareho yung iniisip nila, yung perspectives nila, pero hindi. Like there's this one particular issue last year that was very, very hot in the community, and you know, we really a lot of divided perspectives, and what we did, we initiated a focus group discussion. And members really showed their difference in perspectives. And, you know, so when I was in that discussion, you know, even if there were disagreements, ganyan, I really felt it felt good, you know, because we are having these conversations, you know, that were really hard and then that impact us, especially as students. So that's what we do. And we make sure to incorporate that in our events, and we ask like, okay, how best do we respond to these issues? And then, so hindi lang kami limited sa productions namin. We also read statements. We also have script reading sessions. We have sessions. So we do all those things depending on how we determine best to, you know, respond to these different things that are happening around us.
Ayun. Will anyone add on to that? Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much, no, Carlo, for like sharing that. Like talagang it's really important to take different perspectives, like really hold discussions, no, because you'll never know what will be brought up. Talagang sobrang important ng pakikipag-usap, ng communication, especially in this online setting. And I'm really glad that you guys really listen to everyone and try to incorporate it in your events. So talagang iba talagang ENTA, no? Okay, so speaking of your events, no, let's now talk about your ongoing production, Tuko.txt system update. So tama ba yung pronunciation ko? Joke lang. But ayun nga, guys, could you walk us through the summary of the play? So what's it all about, no? Bye, Carlo.
Hello, I can take it. Ayan, basically yung Tuko.executable system update, it's an adaptation from Al Santos's ang sistema ni Propesor Tuko. And it's very different kasi nga, yung original, ginawa siya nung time ng martial law, and we tried adapting it to make it more fitting sa online setting. Basically, the play centers around grade 12 section Malave, and it starts kasi na yung advisory nila na si Miss Jackie, naging absent siya. And then all of a sudden, there's this like new mystery substitute teacher na they've heard stories about, but at the same time, they still don't know what to expect. And then when they met him, he's like this completely different person from Miss Jackie. And I think what's also interesting about this play is that I think during the process, sobrang dami na revisions. Alam mo ni Gio, sorry Gio. Sobrang dami na revisions kasi ayun nga, as a social-political theater org, really tried to add yung mga issues na nakikita namin ngayon sa society natin. More than just the struggles of online school, meron din ng mga issues with their government, and really tried to include as much as we can sa play na to. Ayan. Would anyone else like to add? Si Gio, siguro.
Sorry, I disconnected for a little. What was the question?
Oh, okay. So I was asking about like the summary of Tuko executable pala. Yeah. And what's it all about? So
Well, I guess in summary, it's about a bunch of students experiencing a dictator of a teacher. So basically that as they try to figure out, is he actually good? Is he bad? And really it's trying to parang figuring out, is he bad, is he good, and why is he like this? Ayun.
So yeah, thank you so much guys for sharing about Tuko executable. Sobrang interesting. I might watch, But yeah, maybe let's look into the message na you guys were trying to send your audience through this play. So what was the message na guys?
To start, I'm sure hindi ko makakover lahat, so the rest can add. But basically, it's really trying to tackle the important issues that we're facing right now. One very important feature of the play, for example, is it's class in the online setting. So, you think about a lot of the issues that are coming up right now, like, the current educational system in the country, how it's the problems associated with the system in the online setting. So we wanted to bring those issues to light, especially in such a microscopic scenario where, the experiences of these few bunch of people highlight the wider range of because one of the premises of the play actually is the classroom can be a microcosm of society. So we tackle a lot of issues here, such as this dictator kind of a teacher who imposes himself on students. So we really see that outside the classroom right now in our current context. Historical revisionism, and a lot more things, So we try to encompass these things all in this story, and it's important to note as well that this is an adaptation actually. So there's a lot of new changes in order to really discuss more relevant themes in the play.
I guess to add, or on a more surface level, mahirap ang online classes. Period. Definitely mahirap ang online classes. That's what really in a surface kind of level thing. That's what the production or the play is really trying to tell you. But on a more, as Carlo says, it's an intersectional kind of play. It presents us with issues about gender, history, and social classes. Kasi definitely, siguro just a sneak peek, my character Kiko experiences network problems, and I don't have the correct gadgets or a computer or in a proper study space where I can look at my my notes properly. Kasi yung ko nasa bodega ako no. Spoiler, nasa bodega ako nun. So, the play really tries to tell you what problems a lot of students are facing right now in this online setting. And as much as the play, yung makita natin na magaganda yung mga ibang bagay, mga study, study goals, study space goals. Not a lot of people, or a lot of people don't have that opportunity to have that kind of study space goals. Ayun.
Okay, will anyone add on to that po ba? Okay, but on a more serious note though, guys, I really appreciate how you guys brought these issues through your own play, like to your own production. Talagang kitang-kita talaga na sobrang daming issues right now, and super wow talaga how you guys were able to incorporate them into executable, like yun nga yung sinabi nyo, yung gender issues in history, historical revisionism, and class struggles. Talagang sobrang wow no guys. And yeah, so Carlo, you mentioned about changes na you had to make since it's it's an adaptation. So like, can you elaborate on the changes you guys can you guys here expound on that more?
Sure. A lot of changes actually, starting with the genre itself. So as I remember, ang sistema ni Propesor Tuko, the original play is a more of comedic type of play. But right now, parang we took on a more comedic drama sort of approach to the play. And we incorporated more characters actually. So there's more students in this play, and there's that introduction of Teacher Jackie. So spoiler, ayan. Si Teacher Jackie, ano siya? Former, so bagong context na, instead of si Propesor Tuko lang yung teacher, naging substitute teacher siya ngayon. And off in place of Madam Jackie. So there's that. And there's more students. So these students represent different kinds of, try to encompass different kinds of personalities, kinds of students in society. And we included more characters because we wanted to take on a fresh new perspective on this concept of a classroom as a microcosm of society. So even the themes itself, the themes we discussed, gender, history, all of that, those are new themes, those are new discussions. Basically, a lot of things changed, a lot of things. So I can't list them all. So, but if you are familiar with the original play, it will be super easy for you to notice the changes here in this adaptation.
Sure, I can add on to that. I will actually play the on-site version of Tuko when I was in grade 9. So I know the ins and outs of the script in itself. I can still memorize. I can still recite it probably if you give me yung mga sasagot sa akin. But on another note, I wanna bounce off what Carlo said about the genre. The original Tuko, or ang sistema ni Propesor Tuko, which is the original title, or the real title, original title of the production. It was really slapstick comedy. It was a fast-paced kind of comedy that talked about may mga ano doon na and the ugly one is you. So a lot of synchronous parang sabay-sabay lagi silang nag-respond to mock Propesor Tuko. But now it turned into a more serious, even ends on a more serious note. The shift in the genre was really evident in the production itself. And aside from that, yung on-site definitely nag-translate siya into on-site. So a lot of changes were in the script were to be made because definitely hindi naman magagawa yung magagawa mo sa on-site to the online setting. Ayun na naman.
Okay, all right. Val, you have any addition to that, or?
Sige, super short lang, sorry. Ayan. In addition to what Carlo and Gio said na, ayun nga, meron ng changes sa characters, sa themes, sa issues. I think another, like, fun fact lang na parang, ayun nga, yung original title niya is Tuko, is ang sistema ni Propesor Tuko. Pero when we had a special night, we invited Mr. Al Santos to watch the play, and he agreed na parang sobrang daming changes to compared to his original script, and which was understandable naman. He gave us his approval to change the title kasi yun nga, yung issues dati with the original script, nakabase sila sa time ng martial law, and even though some of those issues are resurfacing today or maybe they never really went away, meron naman ng mga issues na dumagdag. Tapos, doon naman nakita yung need to add like 4 new characters sa script. Kung sino sila, panoorin nyo na lang. I think it's very interesting to find out. And ayun na po.
All right. Thank you guys so much for giving us a glimpse, about Tuko Executable. Talagang yung changes, thank you guys so much for like making changes to like bring awareness to the issues we are facing right now. Talagang super cool. So after listening to what you guys said, I will definitely watch, your production. So, anyway, we've heard that Tuko Executable has been was already performed last July, and we bet it was a big hit to the audience, no? So, what made you guys do a rerun, no? Especially as the first play for this season?
Oh yes. First of all, I think one of the main reasons for us is we had a critics night or a press night held last July, and we had so many different so very interesting perspectives. So we invited a lot of critics from the theater industry, teachers, and they gave their inputs regarding the play. And we thought, like, why don't we incorporate these suggestions, these inputs, and to restage the play and actually ask departments if they could encourage their students to watch. So that's what happened. We made some new changes, but it's just minor changes in the prologue and the epilogue part. And so I really love the changes. So please do watch it. It's really interesting. If you watch it in July, I encourage you to watch again right now. So those are really sobrang medyo na goosebumps ako, lalo na sa prologue part. Ayan. So there's that. And we have students watching who are encouraged to watch right now by their teachers. So we really appreciate that fact. So, yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to add to what Carlos said? Okay. So, ayun no, like, sobrang interesting talaga, especially now that you guys made changes na after listening to new insights. So, yeah, for sure, talagang sobrang cool. So you guys, to all who's watching KMVP right now, you guys should watch talaga Tuko that executable, especially with the new changes, especially so you guys could also take note of the issues they brought up and that they continuously give awareness to. All right, so maybe now let's move to our next segment. So, yes. Nakapos ba tayo? Wait, ano yun? Tatakbo na ba ako to my next class? Wait lang, may class ba ako? I'm not sure, but ano yun guys? Narinig niyo ba rin ba yun? Okay, so guys, maybe if you're aware of that sound, it looks like it's time for our new segment here at Kwentuhang MVP. This is How True and Blue Are You. So guys, this minigame is really simple. So I will ask a bunch of Ateneo related and other trivia questions, then you guys just have to answer it. Instead of a buzzer, you guys have to mute and say your name out loud to answer. You will then be given 5 seconds to answer correctly. Otherwise, the other guests may steal. First person to get 5 points wins. All right, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right. So guys, for the first question, bakit pa po? Joke lang. Ibang question pala yun. Aasarin ko sana kayo. But anyway, first question. When are the show dates for Ateneo ENTABLADO's Tuko executable system update?
Carlo.
All right.
The show dates for Tuko executable are on November 10 to 24.
Ooh, so it already started pala. Okay, 1 point. And tinatali ko dito. Okay, Carlo, 1 point. Sige guys, for the next question, what is the exact date of the last normal school day at the Ateneo Loyola schools? Yes, kailan guys yung last on-site classes?
Gio.
Okay, Gio.
Pero teka lang, hindi naman ako, freshie pa lang po ako, hindi pa po ako sa LS noon. Pero March 21.
Sorry, Gio, that's not the answer. Anyone can steal. All right, it's okay, Gio.
Steal, Carlo.
Go, Carlo.
March 12, 2021. 2020. Okay.
No, maybe Val, you can answer.
March 10, 2020.
Sorry guys, but the correct answer is on March 16, 2020. Yun yung last normal school day at sa Loyola campus. But no worries guys, we can bow it in the next question. So, okay, for the next question, when was the Ateneo ENTABLADO Facebook page created? The year is good enough. Bonus points na lang if you can get the month or day. Kahit year lang, guys. You guys can get bonus points if you answer the others. Like the complete date.
Carlo.
Gio.
Si Carlo yung nauna. You can... Okay.
2009?
Maybe. Joke lang. Parang SFX yun ha. Baby Gio, you can answer.
Yung pa nga, sophomore pa lang po ako, friends. Pero 2012.
Ayun! Tama ka, Gio. The answer is 2012. You can get additional 2 points if you answer what month and day. But that is correct. 2012. Like, do you have answer for the two pa?
March 12.
Tins, it's okay. Ayun, you already got the point for the year. Actually, guys, the Ateneo ENTABLADO Facebook page was created on June 6, 2012. So thank you so much for answering correctly. Now we can move on to our next question. So ito yung tinanong kanina ni Carlo. What does ENTABLADO stand for?
Valerie.
Gio.
Yun, Valerie.
ENTABLADO stands for entertainment para sa tao, bayan, lansangan, at Diyos.
Alright! Tama ka dyan. Talagang siguro titignan ka ni Carlo ng bakit di mo alam yung pangalan? Joke. Anyway, yes, the ENTABLADO stands for entertainment para sa tao, bayan, lansangan, at Diyos. So, everyone in this group gets 1 point each. Alright. So now, maybe, we can answer the last question. So, why do we refer to our school as the Ateneo?
Gio.
Okay, go Gio.
Because proper noun ang Atheneum. Nanggaling siya from the word Atheneum. And so that's why you have to pronounce it with the.
Ayun. Alam ni Gio. 1 point for Gio. Alright. So yes, guys, Ateneo is from the Spanish or Italian form of the Greek word Atheneum, where it was a place of learning in ancient Greece. So it's a common noun. So you guys should always add the before it, kaya the Ateneo. Alright. But so no one got complete 5 points, but Gio had 2 points, had 1 point advantage to everyone else here in the call. So congrats, Gio, for winning how true and blue are you. All right. So now maybe we can move on to our next segment. But thank you guys so much for participating during that quick mini game. Talagang sobrang fun. And I got to learn more about Ateneo, ENTABLADO, and your pages para, alam nyo yun, kapag i-interview na ako for Rec Week next year, alam ko yung mga tanong na to. Joke lang. Anyway, so na maybe pwede tayo magkwentuhan, guys, no? Like, talagang chill muna tayo here in KMVP. So, anyone can answer to the next questions, by the way. So, guys, ENTABLADO has been around for quite a while. So, looking at the past, do you see much change in the themes being discussed and shown in productions before compared to your productions now?
Actually, Medj. Kasi I remember lang parang the themes being discussed are always relevant actually to that school year. For example, no season 36 namin nung 2018, parang naging controversial yung Freedom Wall, yung as a platform for discourse for free speech ganyan. And since naging hot topic siya, ginawa ng ENTABLADO ng play na Freedom Wall. And then we tried to tackle that theme to showing the pros and cons of that platform. And it also became a web of discussing different issues. So it was really, really interesting. So there's always that part to our selection or creation of plays to stage. In the online setting right now, there are plays na we stage na nandun na for some years ago, but parang we stage it pa rin kasi we thought na parang these issues are still relevant to us. And then there's also plays that really have new things to offer, such as Tuko that executable. It's wala namang play nung past na online setting, di ba? Kasi ngayon lang din tayo ng online setting. So, there's a mix. So, we create new plays, but we also incorporate past plays because we think that, shucks, parang relevant pa rin yung issues na to. So, yeah.
All right. So, does anyone want to add to what Carlos said? Yes? Go, Val.
Sige, ako, siguro short lang na parang realization, credits to Lars. Pero ayun, one of the things that we noticed sa ENTA, although siguro unintentional siya, is that mas marami po yung male roles compared to female characters. And kaya this year, siguro if you compare it to the previous seasons, we're really taking steps to include more female and more queer roles. Kaya that's something that ENTA's really striving to do this season.
All right. Gio, do you have anything to add? Or okay.
Again, as a freshie last year and a sophomore now, but I guess from what I've been seeing, I think definitely ENTA is really taking a stronger stance on the contemporary issues now. Definitely from our production from last year about COVID, Virat Us, and then there's the Halina Babae from the Women's Month Productions, and even Tuko that executed. So execute.exe. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, we really take a stronger stance on the contemporary issues right now.
Wow, talagang ibang level ang ENTA. So guys, I really love how you guys really look back on previous productions and trying to take your own, input your own take to these issues then to reflect our realities now. Talagang sobrang nice ng vision and mission you guys, especially in your productions. No? Talagang you really try to see what's relevant and put your views into it. And talagang I love the awareness aspect to your productions. Talagang mas mag-engage na ako sa ENTA because I know how you guys really put effort into bringing awareness and putting issues into life. And that's really unique talaga, especially you guys are the socio-political theater org. So, ayun, speaking of theater org talaga, no, parang the full experience of the play isn't there in the online setting, no. Talagang ang dami nagbago, like how you guys talked about it earlier. Have you guys found it particularly difficult to rehearse and prepare for online plays? What were the challenges did you guys encounter, especially while preparing for productions like Tuko executable?
Ayun, siguro I guess I can answer a bit. As the HSM siguro, and I've also acted in other productions, kaya parang I understand talaga the struggles that we all go through sa theater. Kasi yun nga, even though online siya, kulang pa rin sa communication, marami pa rin ng nagkakalito and etc. Tapos I think yung most difficult talaga so far, when it comes to tech, kasi yun nga, yung actors, they have to be in their own spaces, tapos they have to do everything from their makeup, their costumes, their lighting, their camera angles, ganyan, sounds, ganon. And yung stage managers and directors, they just have to guide yung actors through video call, and it's very challenging for them. And I think that's one of the things talaga that's super different or super challenging about the online setup, because yun nga, super laki na respect to the actors because they have to do everything, and it's an additional to the weight of playing a certain character.
All right. Okay, so does anyone want to add to what Val said? Baka ikaw, Gio, because you were a cast member.
Yeah, I can take point on this. Mahirap. Period. Super hirap compared to on-site productions na may mga tutulong sa'yo. Dito, if you see my background right now, medyo plantita siya and mag-green. And I had to bring in balikbayan boxes, mga basura, para magmukha talaga siyang bodega. Even the set and the props and my hair, yung costume ko, ako nagplano, of course, nagpapadeliver sila ng mga kailangan ko na wala talaga ako. Papadeliver sila nun. Pero mostly, yung actor talaga yung mag-a-adjust para doon. Tapos, if you Yung lighting, definitely, naghanap pa ako ng lampara, ng mga ilaw, para maayos siya. And siguro yung pinakamahirap was the shoot itself. Kasi definitely, these productions can't really be run live. Kasi yung connection problems, baka ma-disrupt yung flow ng actors kung na-disconnect yung isang actor. But yung shoot, yung recording was the hardest part. Because yung phone ko lang yung ginagamit ko pang record. And ang lakas ng pick-up niya, wala siyang yung noise reduction. So, nakasarado yung mga bintana ko, nakasarado yung pinto. So, kung nakikita mo ako habang nag-shoot, pinagpapawisan ako, as in yung tagaktak ng pawis ko. So, hindi pwedeng buksan yung electric fan, hindi pwedeng buksan yung aircon, kung ano man yun, or buksan yung bintana kasi maririnig yung mga ingay sa labas. So, as in, kung nakikita mo ako, tumatagaktak yung pawis ko, uhaw na uhaw ako pagkatapos ng lines. Tapos yung pinaka funny part is sumisigaw ako. Spoiler! Sumisigaw ako during those lines. So, medyo nakakahiya kasi naririnig ng mga kapitbahay. So, one time, tinanong yung nanay ko, pangalan nanay ko, anong ginagawa ni Gio? Nag-ano siya, nagdudula siya. Kasi sumisigaw talaga, as in yung sigaw na nagagalit ako gano'n. So, nagtataka yung mga kapitbahay ko. So, I think, really, it's a mixture of emotions na masaya pero malungkot pero nakakapagod kasi talagang sobrang init pag hindi yung phone mo na yung gamit. If you don't have the right equipment, definitely sobrang hirap niya. Ayun na naman, namin ko sinabi.
Alright. Thank you so much, Val and Gio, for sharing. No? Baka, Carlo, you have any experiences in the online setting?
Yeah. Actually, nag-act din ako sa first online production na ENTA, yung Veer at Us. So, nag-act ako sa play na Mula Kinakain at Tabel. And sobrang relate ako sa sinabi ni Gio, as in, ako talaga din naghanap ng mga materials na kailangan. Especially nung isa sa mga props na kailangan ko is parang old radio. Old radio. So, parang sino meron ng old radio? So, pero buti na lang, nagkasabay yung production, yung play na yon sa time na nag-excavate kami ng gamit mula sa lumang bahay. And one of the things na nakuha namin is yung old radio. So, ayun. So, isa yon. Tapos yung second, syempre, andun yung family mo. So, minsan, habang nag-aaka ko, biglang papasok yung tatay ko, ganyan, kukuha ng damit, ganyan. Tapos, umabot sa point na, kasi yung room ko, nasa tabi siya ng living room. So, naririnig nila ako pag sumisigaw ako. Tapos, edi, paglabas ko ng room usually, memorize na nila yung lines ko. Like, sasabihin nila, ibabato nila sa akin yung lines ko. Tapos parang, ang funny kasi na-memorize na ng family ko. Yun. Pero, tama yung sinabi ni Gio, yung recording talaga. Sobrang ibang klaseng challenge talaga siya. Pero yung parang gusto ko i-note din is parang na-feel ko to nung recording lang. Like, na-feel ko yung may parang adrenaline pag nasa on stage ka. Kasi parang pag may nakalimutan kang line, like magsasaluhan kayo, like there's that sort of adrenaline na pag trying to improvise, trying to mix the play. So there's that thing that happens. So natuwa ako na parang may ganun pa rin feeling sa online platform. So, ayun.
Alright. So guys, thank you so much for sharing your experiences, no? Like as a cast member or like preparing your play, like your own lines and being a stage manager. Talaga, ang dami nagbago, no? Naging from the lines of Blue Rep, be anything. Be a cast member, naging prod member kayo, naging lights, naging costume, naging makeup. Talagang sobra yung extra effort talaga na you guys have to put, like, of course, all of the teams talaga, they really try to make a new new setting for this play talaga, no? Talagang, you guys still try to maintain that adrenaline nga, no? What you said, Carlo. Talagang, iba. So, yeah, siguro, maybe we can go on to the next question. So, yeah, let's get a little personal with this question, no? From your personal experiences in ENTABLADO, what has been the most fulfilling experience you remember with the org?
Siguro for me, pinaka-fulfilling is parang syempre andun na rin yung production work. Like I remember this time during our last production on the on-site setting, yung makliing, every after production, parang we have a talk back session with the audience. Then they parang share their perspectives regarding the play. Parang sabi niya na parang hindi ko nakita yung issue na to from this perspective. So parang salamat dahil nag-usapan natin yung ganung moments, sobrang fulfilling sa akin. And pangalawa, yung times na I get to hang out lang with people like after production or like siguro sa online on Discord, ganyan. So yung mga small moments na yun, sobrang cherish ko. Yeah.
To quickly add, yung mga rehearsal pa rin, same pa rin siya ng mga, a little bit different, but super same pa rin talaga yung vibe na magtatawa na kayo before actual rehearsals, tapos pag nabubulol yung isa mong cast member, tatawa kayo. It's really the little things that really matter and the most memorable experiences that you'll have in the organization.
Ako naman, I guess one of the most fulfilling things sa org, nalala ko kasi nung makliing revista, on-site pa yun. Tapos like, looking at the production, parang nakita ko na parang, aside from it being a quality play na maganda yung acting, yung musical number, ganyan, I really saw na how relevant it was na parang umi-engage talaga lahat ng audiences at yung mga cast members, lahat ng tao sa production, sa discussion. And I think na yun talaga super memorable yun para sa akin.
Alright. So guys, thank you so much for sharing your personal experiences, no? Talagang you have your own take to our experiences and I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying even like in the online setting right now. But yeah, so we're all excited to see what you guys have worked on, the showing you have soon. So, but in terms of plays, do you guys host one a year or do you try to do more than one? Like, what goes on the planning for the season lineup?
Yeah, good question actually. Really depends. I'd like to start siguro like from last year. Like, ang daming naka-plan last year. But siguro nabigla kami kasi like for example in Beard Us, it's 4 plays in one production. So akala namin parang mas madali mag-production during online, but parang many times last year we were taken aback kasi ang dami namin na-discover na challenges, ganyan. So we just really talk about like, okay, what's feasible this year? What do we want to do? And then what's really feasible? And then that's where we start. And that's usually what happens in our planning stages. And we talk about, okay, ano yung kaya natin financially, ano yung kaya natin in terms of human resources and material resources, and ano yung mga issues na gusto natin ma-discuss. So all those different kinds of considerations we make behind the scenes.
Alright. Will anyone add on to that? Or okay. Sige, like, as a core member, no, sa isang theater org din, kitang-kita yung process ng season lineup, how hard it is to choose, like, trying to check every factor as much as possible. And talagang shared experience talaga yun sa theater orgs, no? Talagang, but still, I'm so proud of all the theater orgs for making the best and like putting the best out there. Talagang relevant and you know, they're still capable to do productions online. Iba pa rin talaga yung vibe. So, yeah, I think a few of our viewers will be curious about this particular question. In terms of production, like props, how has that been like adapted and executable? Like, how do you guys still successfully immerse the viewers on a like in a different setting? Siguro, no, like parang Gio touched upon this earlier, but anyone can answer.
I think hindi naman interesting. I think the thing about Tuko is we didn't try to make it seem as if they were in the same space kasi nga, nasa online setting sila. Instead of like masking it, we just embraced it in a way. Tapos ayun, for the cast naman, yeah, even though online setting, of course, different pa rin yung backgrounds nila and it has to fit their character. Tapos ayun, like, masinsinan siya na research talaga to make sure na, yun nga, fitting yung setting sa character. Tapos ayun, nagtatrabaho talaga yung dramaturge, yung S&P to make all of it possible.
To quickly add, in terms of really immersing our viewers, it's the eye contact. Kasi definitely in the eye contact to the camera. really looking directly as if we were there, as if these audiences, as if the people that we're talking to were there. Definitely hindi natin yung feel, yung vibe ng on-screen production, but definitely it's the eye contact that really matters for immersing our viewers.
Siguro last, parang sobrang like siguro yung experience ko sa Weird Us, sobrang kailangan talaga yung imagination, as in kasi parang yung setting namin sa play namin is parang mahirap kami, so parang nasa mahirap na lugar, and parang kailangan talaga nai-imagine mo yung place, and then feeling mo, okay, yung kama ko, ito yung parang basura, ganyan. Parang may ganong type of imagination. Tapos, parang if you convince yourself about that, parang siguro na makakonvince mo na yung audience, parang engage mo rin sila sa reality. Kasi even if, alam nila na bahay mo naman yun pero kaya pa rin. I think that's part of the magic ng theater, even sa online.
All right. So guys, thank you so much for sharing yung answers about transforming like a virtual stage for your audiences to enjoy. Like siguro talagang na-entice yung mga watchers natin ngayon, no? Especially in how they really try to immerse the viewers, try to make their sets realistic with the resources they have. So guys, tara, let's have a watch party for Tuko. So yeah, thank you guys for sharing. So now maybe we can conclude everything here, no, in KMVP. So maybe we can start with a fast talk, or would you rather? So guys, like you guys can take turns in answering, or like sunod-sunuran na natin mag-answer per question. So for the first question, movies or TV series?
TV series.
Movies.
Movie.
All right, next question. Favorite play you have ever seen?
Ano yung Dekada 70?
True.
Mula sa buwan.
Ooh.
A Streetcar Named Desire.
Her. Oh my God. Ang ganda ng mga recommendations niya. I shall look into them. Ayun. Close notes, written exam, or an oral exam?
Online oral exam.
Sige, tama yan.
Close notes, written exam.
Same. Close notes written.
All right. So, if you were a character in Tuko Executable, who would you be and why?
Si Christina siguro, kasi gusto ko maging nakakainis.
Siyempre, si Kiko pa rin. Diba? Changes.
Ako naman, siguro si Miss Jackie. Kasi, parang chill na siya.
Parang, nasaan ka na, Miss Jackie? Charot. Ayun. Describe your org life in ENTABLADO in one word.
Wild.
New. Bago.
Chaotic.
We love chaotic, wild, and new. Perhaps let's make it fun next year. So, okay, for now, thank you guys for answering the fast talk with me, no? So, maybe we can move on. Like, before we end, please do invite our viewers to watch Tuko Executable. So, how can they watch it? Or try to invite them to any upcoming ENTABLADO events as well.
Sure. Hello everyone. If you're listening right now, please do watch Tuko Executable. Kung gusto niyo na mag-relax, mag-enjoy, to watch something new, please do watch Tuko Executable. This is going to be really worth your time. So to watch, please do go to our Facebook page at Ateneo ENTABLADO and search for the link of the show. Or you can go straight to ktx.ph and search for Tuko Executable.
All right. Okay, go guys. Go lang.
All right, everyone. Lahat na ng sinabi ni Carlo. But please do watch us. Watch Kiko, Ningning, and a lot of other characters. Si Bojok, Bonjing, si Paulo Raimundo, and Christina in ang Tuko.exe and explore how we explore the online setting with our substitute Propesor Tuko.
Okay, ako na rin. Sige, ayun. Yeah, Yeah, please watch Tuko. And if you've seen it na, please rewatch if you can. Tapos, please abangan nyo rin yung future productions ng Entablado. We have a lot more things coming your way, especially sa second semester.
Alright, so guys, ako rin, I'll invite you guys to watch Tuko Executable, Tuko.exe, kung ano man gusto nyong i-pronounce yun or like sabihin ng Tuko. But like, especially with our discussion right now, kitang-kita yung glimpses, like a few glimpses into their production and how enticing and relevant the themes of their production would be. So guys, it would really mean a lot if you guys would watch it, and hopefully you can pick up a lot of lessons from the production. So guys, that has been our 9th episode for this year's Kwentuhang MVP. So guys, thank you so much to our guests, to our audiences for watching. No, like thank you to our guests Zen Olet for talking to us about Entablado and their first play for this season, Tuko Executable System Update. Ayan, my exclamation point yan, guys. So, and of course, a big thank you for everyone who tuned in to today's episode. So, we hope to see you again next week for another round of meaningful conversations here in Kwentuhang MVP. So once again, this has been your boy, Ralph Borja, who's super fly, just shy, and your simp who loves you, cry all the way from 2 PS Complex. So guys, this has been Kwentuhang MVP. Goodbye and have a great day ahead of you. Ayon. Bye. Scream red. Pahabol.